Class 10 Chemistry, Chapter 7. Good morning, students. Students, in today's class, we will see what are alloys. So, an alloy is a homogeneous mixture of two or more metals or of one or more metals with certain non-metallic elements. Now, students, since it is saying that an alloy is a homogeneous mixture, basically, we can consider it to be a solution also. Most of the time, we think that the solutions, they are present in the liquid state only. But yes, if it is a solid state and all the metals and non-metals, they are mixed in a homogeneous way or uniformly they are mixed, then such a mixture will be called a alloy. So here alloy is an example of a solution which is a solid one. Now let us see what is the meaning of this amalgam. A mixture or an alloy of mercury with a number of metals or alloys such as sodium, zinc, gold and silver as well as with some non-metals is known as amalgam. So students, whenever you hear the word amalgam, it means it is an alloy of mercury. Now let us see what is the reason for making the alloys. The purpose of an alloy is to improve the specific usefulness of the primary component and not to adulterate or degrade it. So here on your books, page number 134, some reasons for alloying has been given, like aluminium and bronze. Aluminium copper resembles gold as it is bright yellow. Okay, so aluminium plus copper, simply it is called aluminium bronze. Or to increase the hardness and tensile strength. Here you can see brass, which is an alloy of copper and zinc. It is harder than copper. Then we have duralumin, which is an alloy of aluminium and copper, has a strength up to 6 times greater than pure aluminium. Then here you can see that nichrome, which is an alloy of nickel, iron, chromium, and by making this alloy we can produce the high resistant metals or alloys or solids you can say. And you know the use of nichrome, it is used as fuse wire in the electric circuits. Now there is a table 7.2 on page number 135. So students, here you can see the principal metal, for example here aluminium, and the alloy's name is duralumin and magnesium, and composition for duralumin they have given you, and for magnesium they have given the composition. And because of these properties, these alloys have been formed. And where these are used, like duralumin, it is used in bodies of aircraft, buses and tube trains. Tube trains are nothing as we are having the metro trains. So likewise in some of the European countries they are called as tube or simply tube trains. Then that duralumin, it is used to make light tools, pressure cooker, etc. Then this magnesium, it is used in aircraft, scientific instrument, metal, mirrors, etc. So students, you need to just go through what are the principal metals, what are the names of the alloys, okay, and their uses. So another metal is iron, and one of the alloy name is stainless steel, and this is the composition. Since iron is the principal metal, so here you can see iron is present in more amount. Okay, generally the principal atom or metal, they are present in more amount. Then these are the properties where this steel where it can be used, and these are the properties over here. Then we have principal metals zinc and copper, and the alloy name is brass, bronze. Here there is the property of these alloys, and these are the applications of these alloys. Then you have this lead as the principal metal, and the alloy name is solder or fuse metal, and these are the properties, okay. And here we are using for soldering purposes, fuse, printing blocks. So with this we have completed this chapter of metallurgy. Goodbye students.